Now you can hear me. I had switched everything off because I am full of wisdom. Hi guys, welcome to another exciting Firestorm Studio stream with me, your host, Heather Courage, here to do some stuff. What stuff are we doing today? Stuff. So hi, can you hear me? Can you see me? Are we good to work? Let's see how things are going. Feels so good, Kezin's here. Hi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hey, good morning. Thank you for adding Final 14 channel. You're welcome. We like a good Final Fantasy 14 channel. I am likewise a Final Fantasy nerd. Only Final Fantasy 14, to be honest. I've never played any of the other games. But at some point I will. Maybe. Maybe not. So hi guys, welcome to the stream. We are working on a character that we've been working on for a while, a long while. So this lovely lady she's actually already been textured. The body has been done, everything is retopologized, she's textured. The only thing that we were waiting on is the weapons. So we've got two weapons that need to be sorted out. We've got a little knife over here, which we've already got the high poly version of. We've got the sword, which as you can see, we've got a high poly version of. And we are going to start finishing these things up. I realized that one of the things that was causing me anxiety, really, like genuine anxiety, was that I have so many things happening at the same time, so many projects on the go, so many multitasks happening, so many things going on at the same time, and it was starting to really get me down. Because it was just like having a constant thought of like, there's things. It's kind of like when you have, like when your room is a mess. My room is a mess at the moment. When your house is messy, like messy house, messy mind sort of thing. It's kind of, I feel the same way. I was feeling claustrophobic about everything. So last week we worked on our little dude who I can't find now. Where is he? We worked on this little guy last week and we finally finished him off, and he's really cute and he looks nice and he looks pretty, and yeah, I'm really happy with him. I think he came out really well. This is a little turntable of the dude. He's very cute. Wait, it's like that one. Is that the one? Fuck, I don't know. One of these is the right one. This one? Yeah, there we go. So we finally got this guy done, and you know, he's nice. I felt really good finishing it and getting it done, and like, it's not the full pipeline. It's normally I do a full pipeline with a character. I don't poly paint. So it was nice for me to get to do something creative and different to what I normally do. And I think he came out really cute. I think he looks really nice. Finally got him finished. Started the sculpt in October last year. Finally got to a point where he was ready to be presented. And I kind of want to start moving through the projects that I've got on back burners just to get them done and out there. And instead of like, I have a tendency to like overthink everything. Don't we all? So I was overthinking this a lot and kind of getting in my own head, and I wanted to push to get it finished because it's something that I criticize my students about, and critique my students about, I should say, about like, just because you're at the difficult, boring part doesn't mean that you get to stop and give up. You need to push through to the next part so that you can get it done. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there in your files and rot. And that's exactly what's happening here. So what happened with this one is that I actually wanted to use this as a tutorial series. I was going to do a full tutorial on how to do the retopology on it, because I thought it was a nice thing to like retopologize and showcase like different techniques on it. But I've decided against doing that for now. That's another thing that was on my back burner list. So we're scrapping that. No tutorial yet, unfortunately. I've got a different tutorial series that will be coming out in a few months. It's going to take a while to build. But instead of doing that, we're going to just speed through this on stream, get it done and dusted, get this out, get it off my plate, remove it from my fucking hard drive so I've got some more space, and feel a bit better about life. Hey, Vega's here. Speaking of people that need to work on their projects. Hey Vega, nice to have you here. So this is where we got to with this lovely little swordy thing, sword axe thing, whatever the fuck it is. We put it all together. It's looking really cute. Like, we even got poly paint sitting on this guy. It's there, right? It looks great. It follows one-to-one, almost, in fact, pretty much entirely one-to-one of this image. It's a really close copy of this concept, and I was really proud of myself for that, because normally I deviate quite a lot and I struggle to keep on brand with the concept, but this one was like we used it as a template. We used quad draw to quad draw out all the basic shapes so that it followed exactly according to this schematic. And then there was another problem that came up, because what I didn't do was check my references while I was working, which is something that I do a lot. But if I had checked my references, limited as they are, I would have noticed that actually this handle is not a handle, it's a loop. And not only is it a loop, it's got this hair attached to it. Because, you know, this character didn't have enough hair to start with. We added even more hair. So we need to add more hair to it. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at it and we are going to finish this off. Even this is kind of very different to what I had done, but I'm just going to leave it as is. So we're going to finish off by adding in this loop, adding in this hair, get it done and dusted. I'm not going to spend too much time working on too many little pieces on here. What we might do is add some of these foils into it so that we got the height variation on the foils. But yeah, we kind of want to get this done. So we're going to push to get it done. And then once it's done, we're going to go and retopologize it. We may only get to retopologizing it next week, but it'll be done. So we're going to retopologize with games in mind. We're going to be working on the idea that we are going to be putting this into a game pipeline, because to be honest, like this is what, oh, let's do that. So it's actually got really good topology to begin with because of the way that we worked on it. Like it's got good topology. We could technically, if you wanted to do this for a cinematic project or a hero asset project or something where you were allowed to use way too many polygons, you would be able to really just pull this and say like, there we go, retopology done and dusted. But because we want this to be a game asset, what we are going to do is we are going to do the full piece, and I'm going to try and retopologize as much of it as possible into one asset. So our retopology is going to encapsulate, like it'll go up and across and over all of this as well, which is going to be complicated and it's going to be a little bit challenging, but I think it'll be worthwhile and it'll be worth doing and it'll be worth showing that on stream. So we'll be able to do that. Looks done to me. No, nice try. Not done yet. So let's get into it. Let's get this done and dusted. It's been sitting here for months. I've been working on this character for months and months and months now. So it's time. The time has come. We got to start finishing things. Let's do these final little pieces. Let's get them all in there. Call it a fucking day. And then, yeah, we're good to go. In the meantime, what project? You know which project. Also, you need to book in your next class. I keep forgetting to remind you. Have you booked in a class? I can't remember. Happy days, guys. It's a fun day. It's going to be a good day. We've got super vibey, annoying music running in the background. Let me know if the music is too loud and or too soft. I will try and talk through as much as possible while I'm doing this so that you guys know what I'm busy working with. Also, check this out. I learned a new thing. What is it? Shift M. Oh, there's a magnifying glass. Does it work? There we go. Ooh, so I can now magnify whatever the fuck I'm talking about. Isn't that exciting? Oh god, now how do I switch it off? I think that's how you switch it off. I don't know. Big part could be one quad. Exactly. We're gonna try and make the whole thing one quad. So to start with, let us... Oh, my lovely handles are gonna get removed. I really like the way those handles came out. But it's fine. We'll just kill them. We don't need you anymore. You're gone. And I'm going to adjust it. Like, this is the problem where, like, 2D versus 3D things come out differently, because that shape is totally different to what the shape was on the other thing. So we're just going to have to do some adjustments and make it work for now. Yeah, we're just going to hope that it works and see what happens. Where is geometry? Where's geometry? Where's subtool? Let us append. I'm trying to think of the best way to make a nice little spherical thing there. Append a ring. My scale is so far off on this. So that's something that we should discuss at some point, is how to get your scale in place. Because the scale variation between ZBrush to, like, Maya is immense. Let's do... You all know what I'm about to do. She's gonna remove everything. Yay, because we want it to be low poly. Ah. So yeah, what's everyone else been up to? What you guys working on? Make it ultra low poly. I mean, it's tempting. You got no music. Oh god, let me subject you to music in the background. It might be a little bit loud. I don't know. I can never work out the settings on these things. Let's just delete everything. Actually, can I just do it this way? Mm-hmm. So the difference there that I've just used, if you are new to using symmetry in ZBrush, I used dynamic symmetry to switch it out from... no, my initial plan died. Let's try that again. So I used dynamic symmetry. The dynamic symmetry allows it to be symmetrical even though I've moved it out of the world position of 0, so it's not sitting in like a nice symmetrical space. Normally your symmetry is working on your world space where it'll work out, like if that is your 0 line, it'll work out what is going on there. But if you switch it to dynamic symmetry, it's going to allow you to be symmetrical on your actual tool that you're working with, which is very, very useful and very, very nice. I should have sculpted something before. I've got to stop coming onto streams where I haven't sculpted in a few days, and then I'm just like, yeah, of course I know how to ZBrush. Do I know how to ZBrush? Dubious. Environment art map project on board. Ooh, cool. That'll be fun. I originally wanted to be an environment artist. Originally, like before I started doing stuff, I wanted to be an environment artist. Weirdly, like it would have been better for me to study Unreal because I really wanted to do like big, expansive world art. And then I ended up doing character art instead because I fell in love with it. Any problem is the project I'm taking longer than I thought. It always does. Projects always take longer than you think they're going to take. I mean, if you want to be careful about it and good about it, the way to get around that is to like basically set yourself timelines. And then that way you can just determine like, you know, I have 6 weeks to do something. Therefore, I need to have it done by this time. And then that way you don't allow yourself the opportunity to run behind and run late on things. But you got to be really strict with yourself with that. Or get yourself a mentor who's going to bitch at you when you run late. That's also a good way of doing it. But yeah, my stuff always takes longer than I expect it to. And then I feel bad about it taking too long. It's polygroup. What am I doing? Polygroup, polyloop. Beep. And then I'm going to extrude this guy. Extrude, polygroup, all. So I just want to give it that. There is a logic to this. If I crease all the polygroups, and let's crease this one as well. So crease that, because now if I apply a dynamic, we should get a nice shape. I don't love this. What I might do is switch off dynamic. Let's do... I had to think about what I was doing. Let's extrude that out a little bit. Let's add insert, multiple edge loops. Busy deciding, making up my mind about things. Just delete those. So if I dynamic now, I think that'll give us a better look. Dynamic, move the creases down to a 3, move smooth to a 4. That should give us a nice beveled look to it. I think mine's a little bit too thin for what we're doing. So we'll just kind of scale that out a bit so that it's thick. Maybe something like that. Hooray! So now what I want to do is I need to add a second loop in there because we got the first ring and then we got that ring that's happening over there as well. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it with either like decisions. What's the easiest one? If I kind of just mix up and go to painting, you absolutely can. You absolutely can if you want to. Like if you want to go and go straight into painting, then that's just a different workflow. It's for a different purpose. If you're doing it for games, that's not the right way to do it. But if you were doing it for 3D printing, absolutely fucking go for it. Why not? I think I'm just going to stick with using a ring for now for this one. So we'll just do subtool, append. What am I appending? Another ring. So that's another little useful thing to know about. If you are moving things around, instead of just like moving it at a random amount and random degrees, what you can do is you hold down shift and it'll move by 15 degrees at a time. So you can then that way get things properly straight. This is gonna be hair. It doesn't look like it, but it's gonna be. Make that smaller, actually. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So that's gonna be that one. Then we're going to append. Always a sphere. Which I don't know if I want a sphere. Ooh, you know what? Let's go to initialize, and we're going to make it a Q cube instead. Or make it a Q sphere rather. Q sphere is better. And then we're just going to drop our marker back into it so that's in the right place. So we're going to use a Q sphere because that's going to make it easier for me to do like creasing and other little weird McGafters. So we'll just pop that guy over there for now. Let's see, what do I want to append here? Let's make that small. Big decisions going on. Let's duplicate that one. Pull it there. Make that really small. Hold down shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think that was 4. I don't know. I'm bad at maths. Let's make that is going to be where our little knot lies. And then from here, we're going to have our great big strands coming out of it. So let's just get this into a position that works for us. I can't brain today. It's not working. So we can do that, make that a little bit smaller. Let's put it there. So now we get to play with curves, and I love curves. You guys know I love curves. We all love a good curve. So let us adjust things. Let's put a stroke menu up there because we're going to need it. And then I think that's all we need right now. So B, whoopsie, B, C, curve tube, yay! Curve modifiers, size, let's change our fall off. So we're gonna change this to be more like a strand of hair, really. Maybe something like that. Let's go to our curve settings, say lock start. Let's move our color back up to there because we don't want it to be that color. And then we should be able to start just drawing out a curve, which is going to be a strand of hair. It just needs to be a whole lot thicker. I wonder if I should do multiple strands. Let's go curve modifier. That's better. Do I want to do multiples? No, I don't. I don't want to do multiples. It's gonna get really annoying if I do multiples. Okay, let's just leave it at that. And actually, we want it to be a little bit thicker over here. Oh no, we've lost my curve. Go back, go back. There. So that's too much. So many decisions getting made here. Okay, I think that kind of works as a base. And then, oopsie. Oh. What I'm going to do is split this one out and just duplicate it and move it back. So we're going to have a second little hair tie thing. Goes over here. And then we go back to curves. So with the curves, we're going to do... This is where it's going to be interesting, because we're going to have to do quite a few of these. I think that's going to be like the main one. I'm not following 100% according to what the design wants it to be, because I just want to get this done. Oops. And then it's just a matter of positioning things, really. fastest hair ever. I'm not overly concerned about what this looks like because honestly, I don't think anyone's going to spend that much time looking at it. So we're just kind of, yeah, speedrunning it. Speedrunning and making it go as fast as possible. Yeah. So if you're making hair and you want to get those tips of the hair looking like actual hair and all refined and pretty, if you're using the tube method, you can find that they are a little bit flat at the ends, and it's always it's always a pain in the ass trying to get it to look cute. But to make it look really cute, all you need to do is you go to the Move Topological brush, switch on your AccuCurve setting, and with that you'll be able to stretch things out and kind of get those sharp points that you're looking for that you are missing at that point. So we can just kind of pull these so that they look a little bit more like actual hair strands. I'm just tidying up a little bit while I do this. Yes, I am that annoying person that tidies up their geometry as I go. I like having nice geometry. I like things looking nice and neat. And with that, it's going to take forever to save just to prove a point. Let's grab that one, pull that out. We will come in here and like tidy them up properly with sculpting, obviously, but to begin with, you just want to have like a nice base to be working off of. I think that'll work. What I do want to do is use the inflate brush on this guy because I think we've kind of lost a lot of the stylization of it all. So we're just going to inflate. We'll remesh it and make it look nice in a sec, but for now we just need to get that nice curve back into it. And there you go. So we're getting somewhere. Where we're getting is another story. I have no idea where we're getting, but we're getting somewhere. And that's what matters. Right, let's turn these into actual hair strands. So if we're turning things into hair strands, we've got a nice little curve that's running over there, just a nice little straight curve. It's got its own geometry in there. If you want it to be really, really good, you would go in and delete every second loop, but I'm going to be lazy because I don't feel like it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by creasing things. So using the crease menu from the Z modeler menu. Oh wait, hold on, this is a good opportunity. Magnify! So using the Z modeler menu, yay! I'm never going to remember to do that. You can use the creases. So crease, and I use edge loop partial, which stops it wrapping the whole way around because it'll stop it at the points. I'm just going to grab a few random pieces that I want to work with. And then do the same for the next one. We'll probably add new ones in as we go, so... that's worrying. Why you no crease? Let's do split hidden. For some reason it didn't want to work on a joined piece. I have no idea why. Alright, show... Oops. See if it does it with them. I might have to split them all out. Hopefully not, though. Try to be fairly random when you're choosing these hairs as well. Like, don't choose every third one or something. You want to just splat them in there. You can always adjust it later and change how it goes. Because everything's nice and procedural with this, like you can adjust as you go and change things and modify it as you progress with it. If you don't like something, you can always go back on it. Hey, 3D Manic, I'm gonna meet you one day. Maybe, potentially. Potentially I'm gonna meet you. Potentially. Be really cool if I do. You are definitely a selling point for wanting to take a trip over there. So while I'm busy doing this, which is pretty boring, this is a pretty good time to remind you that we are Firestorm Studio. We are a collection of artists, professional artists who are trained under AAA mentors and so on and so forth. If you're looking for someone that is going to do your commission work for you, outsourcing for your company, maybe you got a studio, maybe you got a project, maybe you're a solo developer and you just don't have time to do all of the work by yourself, hit us up, let us know. We are here to help and support. We like to work with indies. We like to work with solo devs. We are not just focused on AAA big number places. We are looking for places that potentially have tighter budgets, and we are happy to work within your budgets and make sure that you are getting the art that you deserve for your new feature, whether it's a game, film, something you want printed, blah, 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 blah. I need to start pre-recording all of these things. Yeah, it'd be really cool. Like, I have definitely, like, my husband was very concerned about me traveling by myself, obviously. And I was like, yeah, but don't worry, Manic's there. And he's like, who is Manic? Right, let's see what this looks like. So hopefully if I hit dynamic, it's going to look all right. And then we're just going to drop our creases again to like a 3 and a 4 maybe. And, I'm scared to hit polish. Polish worked, actually. It worked. Did it work? Sort of worked. Let's undo that. What's happening here? That's not what I wanted. Let's do that. Split hidden. So it hasn't gone all the way down, which isn't great. Let's switch off dynamic and just go fix that. Where's my crease? Any of the other ones being weird? Oh, they all are. No, sad. I think it's because I acu-curved it out and straightened it to begin with. Probably should have like waited a little bit before I did that. I think those are all right. We'll find out. Okay, merge down. So now, if we hit dynamic, let's switch off dynamic. Go back in. And at least with dynamic running, it's pretty easy to see where you need to go and fix things. There we go. Dynamic. Oh no, there's still one. Aha. Fixed. So it should do what I wanted to do now. So let's go to clay buildup, switch it out for a softer alpha, and now we can start actually making things pretty. Yay! One problem is if you're working with dynamic subdivision, if you split things out, it's going to lose the dynamic settings and it's just going to drop you to the low subdivision levels. So this is where it's like, it might be easier just to actually split everything into their own pieces. So I'm just going to do a group split, and that'll let me work with each individual with the dynamic subdivision levels applied to it. And yeah, let's start making hair. All I'm doing here is using the clay builder brush with a negative setting, so holding down Alt, and that's allowing me to run over these lines and just pop them inwards. If you find that it's not working as well as you wanted to, adjust your settings here. So it's probably because I've got a very, very high subdivision level there. Let's drop that down to like a 3. So if we have a smooth on 3, crease on 3, could even do crease on a 2 really. Crease on 2 is going to give you a really soft crease. But that's up to you. It's up to you to decide what you want yours to look like. You get to be the artist. You get to make the decisions. And then it's your fault if it goes wrong. I can feel Mario cursing me right now. I'm sorry, Mario. We're doing another hair video. Also, shout out to Mario, our amazing, amazing editor. Mario handles all of our editing and all of our nonsense. That poor guy has to watch the streams on repeat like a million times while he pulls out reels and videos and tutorials and shit for us. So thank you, Mario, for babysitting us and doing things that I don't want to do, like making reels. Because life is too short and I don't understand it. I'm not cool enough to make reels. Reels are too, I don't know. I need someone that's like a teenager to do that for me, thanks. So I'm not going to go crazy on these pieces because, like I said, I'm trying to just like push to get these done now. But we're just going to slap these together. Do some basic hair creasing on it so that it looks like hair strands. Call it a day. Panic because I don't like it. Add a crease over there. It's like the fastest way to do hair strands. Once you start doing it this way, you realize like, oh, it's actually really easy. It's really easy to get some really decent results with like no effort. So all we're doing is using creases to kind of pop out to sharpen the curves. Is this the super thin waist character? Yeah, it is. It's the super thin waist character. The one who kind of looks like she might be an insect. We're busy fixing the weapons for her. Because when I did the weapons, I was following... Ugh. I was following this. And I was like, yay, the weapon is done. And then I looked at the rest and I was like, oh shit, I forgot all of that crap. So we now have to do all of that crap. And then we are getting Karen working through her for the next few weeks. So it shouldn't take too long, question mark. It should be fast-ish. But I want to get her finished now. Like I've been hoarding it. I've been literally hoarding it because I wanted to potentially do a retopology tutorial series based around her and the weapons. And then I just didn't get around to it. So she's just been sitting there in a file and I want to finish it. I want to get it done. My anxiety can't deal with having projects that aren't finished. Turns out I'm not one of those people that can like leave things on back burners. It eats into my soul and it drives me insaner than I already am, which is pretty tenuous. So we're now just speed running it. Like absolute speed runs are happening here. Actually, that was quite a good example. So another way of doing the hair, if you don't want to do it on the creases, you could do negatives in between the crease and get them to pop inwards to get that sort of effect. You can also obviously crease outwards. So if you drag like that, you'll get a sharper crease. But yeah, it's just playing with all the different creases to get a result that you are happy with and you think looks nice. If you're doing this for like proper hair or for something that you aren't rushing, then I would recommend, you know, doing this a lot more sensibly and a lot more slowly and kind of planning it out a little bit more than what I have done. I am really just pushing through it as quickly as I can do. So this is not a great example of what to do. This is what not to do. Rushing is what you shouldn't do. It's cool as all, yeah. I mean, it's a good character. It's just that I got bored with it, and yeah, I got bored with it, really. I do want to finish it. Like, I do desperately want to get this done, because I think it'll look nice when it's finished, but I'm lazy. Recently got an idea for bull beetle gorilla and bull hybrid creature. Oh my god. Do you still have stuff on the back burner? You always have projects on the back burner that you are like working on in the background. Also, I love that. You're so creative with it. You should, man, you should get into doing concepting. You're so creative. It's insane. I'm not that creative. I'm very good at picking up someone else's idea and then rolling with it and making something from their idea, but I am not creative enough to just go like, oh, I had this idea for a character and it's gonna have like 26 legs and 5 arms and a mandible and stuff. I just don't have that in me, which is a shame because I wish I did. I wish I was that person, but I cannot visualize things like that. That's a whole separate level of creativity. Hey, we got a new follower. Hey Scott Paints. How you doing? Thanks for following. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Come and spend time with me. Sometimes I do useful things. Not often, but sometimes. Sometimes I even make sense. Also, if you're into painting, don't forget we have got the incredible Peter Ocampo, who comes and hangs out on the channel as well. Peter Ocampo, who is known for his concept work for Marvel films, Avengers Endgame, Annihilation, The Matrix, and other things. He is also one of our streamers, and he comes in here and does concept work using a combination of 2D and 3D to create incredible, terrifying concepts. Want to do concepting, get so much joy out of it, but unfortunately concepting needs 2D art skills. I mean, yeah, but you could do concepting. I've seen people that do concepting in 3D. They just do these really rough sculpts for it. I tried doing so I used to draw 2D stuff like traditional art drawing, and then I tried doing digital art drawing and I hated it, and it actually stopped me drawing. I felt really useless because digital drawing is so different to traditional drawing. Like the feel of it is weird and like, oh, I was so sad because I really wanted to do it and then I just didn't like it anymore. So I just kind of stopped. I should get back into doing like traditional art at some point. During the pandemic, I used to sell paintings because I was broke and I needed money and I like painting. But yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. Since I started doing sculpting, or since I started getting into doing 3D work, really, I kind of haven't done any of that for a long time. And I should probably get around to doing it again. But not today. Today we are doing this. Today we are not starting any new projects. We have a very firm rule in place right now. No more new projects. None. Not even one. Not even a little bit of a new project. Not even thinking about new projects, although I'm thinking about a new project. We're going to finish projects. We're on a roll. We're going to finish as many projects as we can. Always. Always the save right when I'm about to do something. So when you're working with hair, another little tip for it is always make sure that you're viewing it from different angles. Look to see what your flow is looking like. Make sure it's attractive from as many angles as possible. It's going to save you, especially for something like this. If you're doing something where it's going to get animated, obviously you're going to keep it in a straight line so that the guy rigging it doesn't hate you. But if you are doing something just for your portfolio where you're just going to pose it and render it out, like make sure it looks pretty from as many angles as possible so that when you do your turntables, when you do your renders, it's going to look good. So I might go in there and sculpt those, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm going to try and get away with it as it is. Let's just add some little loose curves as well in here. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, let's add some little ones. And again, we're only doing these ones because it's just going to be a portfolio piece. If I was doing this for an actual games character, then I wouldn't include quite so many of these little flyaway strands because they're a waste of polygons and we don't need them and they're not actually going to benefit anyone. So why would I do them? Switch of acute curve. Let's just pull that one. So another way of doing this, if you were doing this with curves, probably a better way of doing it would be to use, instead of just the normal curve brush, you could use the multi-curve brush, which would allow you to then draw out multiple curves at the same time and still maintain the actual curve line so that you could adjust and edit them using the curve menus. But I didn't do that. So now here I am manually positioning things and being very clever. And I'm just also making sure that when I position things, I'm trying to position it so that it's not clipping through random pieces of geometry. It's not clipping into other strands of hair, because otherwise you immediately will lose the illusion and kind of ruin it for yourself. But I think that kind of works. Let's see. That'll do. Okay, let's do this one. Just inserting extra lines so I've got more to work with. Let's crease that guy. Fuck it, let's crease that one as well. Crease that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That one. Dynamic. Drop dynamic down to A2 and A3. Let's have a look. I'm gonna run the polish on there just to see what it looks like. I think it'll work. I have doubts. One of my core memories was in 6th grade, we had 1 hour free and a sub teacher was there. I drew a motorbike just to pass time and the teacher praised it in front of the whole class. Oh, that's so nice. I used to draw in class and then get yelled at for failing science. That's so nice. Oh man. It's so wholesome. It's nice when teachers like do the right thing and actually praise you for being able to do something that other people can't do. So, because I feel like it's really difficult if you're an artist. And a lot of us, let's be honest, a lot of the artists out here, we're artists, but we're terrible at things like maths. We're using the other side of our brain or whatever. So it's really difficult in school to kind of feel like what you're doing is good because it's not generally, it's not maths and science, which everyone's always impressed if a kid can do maths and science, but they're not always impressed when you can like draw. And they should be. It's basically my takeaway is that it's unfair that we are all measured by the same metrics when some of us are good at different things. So, fucking there. I don't know why I'm wasting so much time on this. You can't even see this piece. But here we are. Let's do clay builder. Let's actually do 3 and 4 on that one. It wasn't really looking nice. Ooh. My pen nib just started feeling scratchy. Time to replace it. mistake was sitting in the first row of a teacher. Oh no. Yeah, that would be a bad choice. I mean, it's a bad choice and also a good choice because it forces you to have to pay attention. Man, I hated school so much. I was such a miserable person at school. Yeah. You can always tell when I don't like what I'm doing because suddenly I go very quiet. I'm like, hold on, I need to think. Same. Yeah, I was very good at blocking out those memories for a very, very long time. What a horrible thing to subject children to, going to school. Ugh, this isn't working out. Go back. Huh. I was wondering why that wasn't working. Because I forgot. This curve might get deleted. I don't like it. It's not doing what I want it to do. Surprisingly, I'm glad my daughter likes school. Oh, that's nice. I mean, I liked school when I first started going to school. I was a little nerdy kid who was, you know, good at school and worked hard and stuff. And then I lost interest. Probably should have done this with a cylinder instead. I wonder if it's worth doing this with a cylinder instead. That hair needs to go. Decisions. Let's change that to a that. Yeah. Then we can do that. Do that. Do this. Oh, it goes the other way. Why? Huh? Something like that. Meow Mara! Hello, my love! It has been a long time. I've missed you, my darling. Now I just harass you on Instagram instead. I've missed you. How are you? Are you doing good? Are you okay? Have you lost the will to live? Are you surviving? I personally have lost the will to do this. I'm bored already. No, don't be bored. Be enthusiastic. I wonder if I can just inflate this. Let's just try and inflate it. Where's inflate? Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, too much inflate. Yes, please do. I harass. It is part of my charm. Oh, so I tell myself. I'm so charming and lovely. Allow me to bother you. Okay, let's do something like that. And back to dynamic. Let's do 3 and 4. Press F. Go to clay buildup. Do a whole pile of negative clay buildups. We're all big fans of being negatives here. Negative clay buildup. This is not the best way to do this because it's going to be very uniform. But I stopped caring. And so we're just going to fucking do it. It would be better for me to actually sculpt this like traditional sculpting. But I'm not gonna do it. I don't feel like it. Instead, I'm just gonna do random patches of it. I don't know why this music's turned into like a Caribbean festival, and I'm too lazy to fix it right now, so you're gonna all just deal with that, I'm afraid. My Spotify algorithm is so broken now. I used to get like, you are a top 1% for listening to Rammstein. And now it's like, you listen to trash. This is terrible. Go back. I hate this. My sneaky plan is not working. Not dealing well with the heat. Oh my god, girl. Tomorrow's going to be really hot here and I've got to do the ZBrush live stream and I really don't want to. But I keep bailing and I keep like not doing my stream, so I kind of need to. Let's just uncrease this. Let's uncrease this, hit dynamic, say apply, press that, and actually sculpt something for once. God damn it, I guess I have to sculpt things. What do you mean I can't just manually do something? What do you mean? What do you mean I have to actually put in effort and artistic capability? No, I don't want to. Oh yeah, Spotify is broken with the AI. That is true. But I don't know, I don't have a but. Everything's kind of broken with AI at the moment, so pretty sure this is meant to be hair. Mine's gonna come out looking like cloth. Bite me. So lumpy. And that is how it's gonna stay. Pinterest has a thing. Oh wait, hold on. Since I turned off all AI. Oh my god. Is it all just AI on there now? Dead. So we're halfway through the stream, which means I am going to go and drink water, as they say. I need something to quench my thirst. I'll see you guys in about 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're going to finish off doing this. We were going to be doing retopology today, but it looks like we are just going to finish doing the sculpting and get the sculpting out of the way, which is, it's looking really cool though, to be honest. Like, to be honest, and I don't say this very often about my work, it looks nice. So we're going to finish this off. That handle needs to be, no, that's kind of all right. So we're going to finish this off, get it ready to go, and then we'll probably do the retopology like next week maybe, and then get that up and running so that we can texture it and then do all the other bits and pieces. But it's looking cool. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Hey, and we're back. I have returned, victorious. Let's get as much of this done as possible. There's still so much to do. Alright, let's start with this thing. You know what? I'm gonna go all the way back. Like that. So many decisions happening here. Let's go to taper. Yeah. So accept. Let us. Do I want to be fancy? Yeah, why not? Let's do something fancy. So we're going to split this point. Which I should have done on both sides, but I didn't. We'll split that point. And then that way we can just say extrude inwards. Which will give us a nicer look to this. Hopefully a nicer look to it. Let's hit dynamic. Yeah, so now we can say crease polygroups. And we also want to run a crease over here and say dynamic. Let's switch our crease levels to a 3 and a 4. Say maybe not, what did we have? We had 6 or something. 5? 5 and 6? Yeah. So now the hair is actually coming out of something as opposed to just sitting on it. Aren't I good? Look at me being a well-behaved child. So we got that one, which is looking fine. Let's do this one as well. Solo this. Look hidden. So for this one, I don't think we need to do too much on this one. What's this? It's also just a little loop thing. I think I probably should have just stuck with cylinders here. Let's grab a cylinder instead. So this one, we're going to delete that guy. We're going to keep that guy. We're going to replace this guy with a cylinder. And then the cylinder, whoa. Actually, what did we do on the last one? Did I do a normal cylinder? No, I did a initialize. So let's do a cylinder like that instead. it's not gonna work. No. It's at a weird angle. My stealthy plan is failing me. That'll work close enough. Good enough. Let's go to there, go to ZModeler. Let's run symmetry while we do this. Split the point. Push that inwards. Crease polygroups, crease that edge loop. Don't know if I actually need that edge loop creased. Okay. Say dynamic. Better. Move the hairs to fit the cylinder positioning. Don't make me do work. What is this work nonsense? I'm trying to find a way around having to do that because I'm lazy. But yeah, we are going to have to actually just adjust things. I was trying really hard, like, surely there's a way that I can do this in the laziest way possible, but there was not. Alas, I have to do work. Alas, I must put in effort. Oh, have you crashed? No, it hasn't crashed. Thank God. For a moment there, I panicked. Yeah, it's more that I'm just lazy, honestly. Like, it's just pure laziness right now. Because now I've got to go through, oh fuck. Now I've got to go through and check every hair and make sure every hair is doing what it needs to be doing. Like this one, which is now just in the middle of everything for some reason. Please don't be intersecting with everything. It looks terrible. While I'm doing this hair and I are having issues. Being lazy is generally how I found out that being lazy is the best way to make things take extra time. Because if I had just done it the right way the first time, I wouldn't be having whatever problem it is. was really not doing... Oh. Fucking AccuCurve. This is after I was telling around like, yeah, use AccuCurve, it's great. Then me using AccuCurve proceeds to fuck it up. Hey, Corebreaker, how you doing? Welcome to Purgatory. Guys, I'll be right back. We're just gonna pause quickly. Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to cut the stream early today because of a situation that's currently brewing and I need to take care of it. But I will be back again tomorrow. We'll probably be working on this tomorrow. Oh, I can hear myself talking. I can hear myself talking on multiple places, which is really annoying. But yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow over on ZBrush Live where I'll be doing some more of this work. Also, yeah, no, we're not hiring streamers. I don't know how to say this in any other way. I've told you multiple times. We're not hiring streamers. We're not hiring people to the channel. Please stop bothering me. Please stop harassing me. Please stop texting me. Please stop trying to phone me. It's fucking weird. Anyway, I'm ending the stream. I'll be back tomorrow, guys.